Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Sri Lanka. You're with me, Harith. On this, the 13th of December, we have a very interesting show lined up for you. Of course, interesting area of the world of spirituality. Humans and spirituality is something that we dwell upon and we wonder, don't we all have to be spiritual? And we are going to discuss with a certain gentleman who is here in the studio with us later on. And also in the world around us, a lot of interesting things have been happening. Well, for the music fans, Norah Jones fans will be shocked to hear that Ravi Shankar has passed away at the age of 92 in the United States. A sad day for those that wonderful gentleman, of course, a brilliant musician, sitarist, and brought the cultural music into that Western world and produced that wonderful talent of Norah Jones as well. Well, we condole with the fans and followers as well as the family of Ravi Shankar. And also in Sri Lanka, well, the Chief Justice's impeachment still keeps going on, and the bar associations all around Colombo as well today taking a strike and protest happening in there as well, with the president intervening and making a statement. So that is also coming to a strange climax again. We don't know where it's going, but it's interesting to see. And also the Sri Lankan cricketers down under must be getting ready for the test series. Of course, a crucial test series of 3. Indeed, a wonderful honor for Sri Lanka to be playing a boxing Boxing Day test match as well. And also some Sri Lankans participating in Australia in the Big Bash. So catch the action live as well on certain on those matches. Muthai Muralidharan playing recently with Shane Warne and doing very well, much better than Shane Warne. So for your friends out there, you can catch him in action again. Of course, yesterday, being the 12th of December 2012, was a very interesting day. A lot of events were happening. I think there were some parties around, and certain world events also happened where people went around the world and witnessed what was happening in the world. One day on Earth. Very interesting documentary that was taken around the world, scenes from around the world, captured in that on the 12th of December. And let's take a look at that trailer and return.
May the 7,000 actions of our brothers and sisters from around the globe on the most widespread day of environmental action in the planet's history make a significant difference.
One community trying to exist apart from all other communities is not in any way acknowledging the entirety of existence and how it depends. Everything depends on everything.
All these, I think, thousands of different minds, different views, different thoughts, interconnected.
Indeed, captivating images. One day on Earth. Indeed, it's fascinating to think about what is happening right now in another country, in another place, in the lives of another person. That is, of course, what that video captures, and in fact, focusing on environment, especially because one of the biggest concerns today is whether this world can go on for another 50 years the way we are destroying our environment. Recently, the uproar around Sri Lanka was with regard to the cutting down of the trees near Reed Avenue, those wonderful shady trees. Of course, there was a legitimate reason given by the Urban Development Authority, but then still it mattered that environment is being harmed. And this video telling us a lot about the world and the concerns about the world and capturing that emotion, the action and what happens around the world in one day. And with that, we'll head on to a quick commercial break on Good Morning Sri Lanka, and we'll be back with this wonderful interview. Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka, and you're here with me, Harith, on the 13th of December. As I was saying, we have a very interesting interview lined up, and we have here with us in studio, we are honored to have the presence of His Holiness Yunus Al Gohar, who is the CEO of Kalki Avatar Foundation International. Welcome, sir, to Good Morning Sri Lanka.
Thank you very much.
So I'd ask you first to let us know about what is the Kalki Avatar Foundation.
Kalki Avatar Foundation is a spiritual organization, and it's like a multi-faith organization. It caters for the needs, the spiritual needs of all humanity, regardless of their religious background. And we talk about spiritual nourishment and growth. We provide knowledge and practical approach and divine methodology. It is nothing to do with any religion. It's purely based on spiritual sciences, how to enlighten and how to revive the souls and the spirits, and how to become a spiritual person connected with the other world, at the same time living a very social and economical life in this world.
It's interesting, so you connect the spiritual life with the social and economic lives as well, the practicalities of the world. Now, it's a fantastic thing that you said, so that it is a multi-faith based spiritualism. Now, when I talk about faith, what is faith? There are so many religions in this world. What is exactly a religion in this world?
Yes, you're right. There's so many religions and so many faiths. Some of the religions are celestial religions. When I say celestial religion, it means they were established by prophets, and those prophets received revelation from God. So we call them celestial religions. And some other religions are man-made religions. So the basic theory of a religion is to worship the Supreme Being and seek for help. And there is also a concept of hell and heaven. All three Abrahamic faith, Christianity, Judaism and Islam, and Sanatan Dharma, Hinduism also. So religion is basically to control yourself, your desires, and discipline it according to the divine revelation, according to the divine law. That's all the religion is about.
Would I be correct to say, sir, that all religions ask of human beings is to live a good life on earth? Would that be correct to say?
Of course it is correct. All religions direct us to do good.
Now, in your spiritual practice, I understand that unconditional love is one of the main foundations. Can you elaborate a little on this?
Unconditional love.
Divine love, yes.
Unconditional divine love. I don't think it has to do, and it has nothing to do with the religion. Because practicing a religion, we're always aiming for good life hereafter, going to the paradise. So we have a target, we have an aim, that we are being good for a reason, and we're loving God for a reason, we're becoming good for a reason. I don't think this is sincere form of love. I don't think this is unconditional love. Unconditional love has no conditions at all.
I see.
You just love somebody, whether it's a human being or it's God. If you love God for the sake of loving God, that will be unconditional love.
I see.
However, adopting a lovable lifestyle in order to be able to enter paradise, or in order to have good life hereafter,
that would be conditional.
That is conditional love to my understanding.
It's a very interesting interpretation there. Of course, we'll go on to discuss about practically whether you can in fact be a human being and unconditionally love even your enemy. We'll discuss that. But before we go into that, so I want to discuss about what has happened to humanity. Now, we see every day there are wars, people are dying, people are killing each other, people hate each other. Every day we see enmity, hate, disease, there is so much trouble in this world. What has happened to humanity? Where is the spiritualism?
Humanity is suffering from the corruption which has now taken place in religions. When the religion is corrupted, then humanity suffers, and this is exactly what's happening today.
Why would you say so that religions have corrupt? Is it because men have become they thought they are above the gods, or is it because that they think that they don't need a god, they are too smart, too academic, too much knowledge? What do you think is the reason for them to not follow religion, to corrupt religion?
It's not about people thinking that they're better than God or they're greater than God or that they do not need God. It's to do with the modification in the divine text, in the revelation. People who are responsible for carrying out the religious duties, who educate their respective nations about their religion, they are responsible for bringing that corruption into the revelation of God. When the divine text received by the prophets and messengers is corrupted, then you cannot find God, even if you practice that religion really hard. And this is one of the reasons why we have extremism and fanaticism in the religion today.
I see.
Not being able to understand, not being able to understand the meaning of the divine text, having a wrong interpretation of the religion will lead one to become a fanatic or extremist.
Does it mean so that then everyone has misunderstood, or is every religion corrupt, or is every person practicing religion corrupt, or is there a sector of the world which is corrupt? Would you say we have lost it completely?
Actually, it's very profound, and one has to be really keenly observing into the religious probe. For example, the religion consists of two main types of knowledge. Knowledge of the exterior, what we read in the book, and then number two, which is more important than this, is the spiritual connection with God. When you're spiritually connected with God, you receive the divine messages, and you can then see the same thing in the Holy Bible, in the Holy Quran, or in any other religious book. You don't go wrong. We do have religions, we do have practices, we do have worship places today, but we do not have today is the divine link. We're not connected with God. This is why there is so much misunderstanding about things. When the connection with God was lost, Muslims became bad, Christians became bad, Hindus became bad. But those who are spiritually connected, they are good Muslims, they are good Hindus, they are good Christians.
Right. So there we understand that the world is not at the end. I mean, we do have people who have good religions.
There are some people.
There are. But then there is a corrupt sector as well. So I would ask you, what is your opinion on atheism then? Those that believe there is no God.
I think that would be really unscientific to say that there is no God. That would be really unscientific, unrealistic.
Right. So I find it very interesting that you say it's unscientific, because what I would say, God is based on faith and not on fact. So would you?
Well, I understand God doesn't only give us faith, but He is not based on faith. He is based on facts.
I see.
There has to be a creator for the creation to be created.
I understand.
Nothing comes into being without anybody bringing into being.
I see. Fantastic, fascinating interview we are having at this moment. We'll go on to discuss a lot more about this world, about this problem, and how spirituality can solve problems right after this commercial break.